Here it is, the perfect change formula. Professor Steve Peters calls it the triangle of change. I like to call it the change formula, the ultimate change formula. This is a very simple way of thinking what you need in order to change. There's three components. One is pain, intolerable pain, a pain that becomes so uncomfortable that not changing and staying stuck becomes more painful than changing. So we want to swap that pain with something pleasurable. So an amount of pain that becomes intolerable, component one. Second component is psychological mindfulness. What does that mean? The awareness and the understanding that your trauma and your suffering is not necessarily caused by what happened, but by the meaning you gave to those experiences. So you seeing yourself as an active agent and somebody that can do something with regards to how they react to that situation and the meanings they created from that situation. And third and final component, motivation doesn't work. What do I mean by that? Motivation resides in the part of the brain that regulates emotions and the impulsive part, the irrational part, the reactive part. So if we want to rely on that part of our brain to sustain us for real change, we will never succeed. What we want to introduce is commitment. Commitment is a term and it's an action that is regulated by the logical part of the brain. So I invite you to replace the ever-going pursuit of motivation with commitment. It is a decision, it is something that resides in the logic, and it is proven to sustain change for a longer period of time, but also for a more permanent change, that it is what we're looking for. So remember, my friends, three key components. One, pain. The situation has to become unbearable, intolerable. Two, a psychological mindset. That means you see yourself as an agent, not as a victim. The situation cannot be changed, the past cannot be changed, but what we can change is how we relate to it and what we do about it. And lastly, third thing, swap, drop, remove motivation, replace it with commitment.